So it is Sunday, July 9th, and it's like 4:30. I don't know. So last week's vlog is exporting right now, so I'm probably going to spend the next few hours just hanging out and maybe watching YouTube on my Nook or something, because computer's useless when it's rendering. I'm on dinner tonight, but I don't have to worry about that for like another 2 hours. So I did wind up putting up my storage last night while I was on Skype. I didn't think I would, but I got impatient. So it's already done, and I can show you what it looks like. So I hung up the command hooks in a row and then put the buckets on them and then filled them up. And I don't know if I'm going to get more buckets and do a second row. I keep waffling between, like, you know, if I'm going to or not, because, like, I think I could use them for, like, my colored pencils, but I could easily just put them on top of this. So I don't know. And then I'm like, well, what if I get more Copics? But I don't really see myself getting a whole bunch anytime soon, because they're not cheap. So probably just going to stick with one row for now. Not to mention, with the first row, it's really easy for me to reach stuff, but if I do a second row, it's like, it'd be a little more it'd be a little more difficult to reach it over the table. My arms are not very long. So yeah, I think I'll stick with one and then put, like, posters or pictures or whatever up there or something. So yeah, so that's done. So what I'm probably going to do this week is reorganize this thing, because it's mostly a mix of random stuff. I don't know. I'll figure it out. So it's Monday, and I was reading in bed when Salem started meowing at my door, so I let him in. Turns out he found a mouse, and he wanted to bring it to me. The only problem is it was still alive. Like, he had just caught it, and it was fine. So he's holding it in his mouth, and he's meowing at me. I didn't even realize he had the mouse in his mouth at first until he put it down, at which point it ran into my closet. We managed to chase it out of my closet. He's still looking for it. I'm pretty sure he's either under there or under there, because he ran past me. There's a mouse in my room, and now I gotta find it. Well, haven't found him. My room is a mess. Everything's out of my closet. It's on my bed. Pretty sure the mouse is still in here. I haven't seen him since he ran. Salem didn't find him. Salem decided to take a nap, so I kicked him out. So I googled how to catch a mouse, because I'd like to catch it humanely. And I think I have to build a trap. So I have some cheese. I have a bucket, and I'm going to see if I can build a trap to catch him. Because I don't know what else to do, because my cats don't care. Why? Update. I built a trap. It's the most ridiculous thing I've ever done. This is like some cartoon shit. But I don't know what else to do! Okay, so update. No sign of the mouse. I've given up. I actually looked for it. I took a flashlight and I looked under and behind everything in my room. Didn't see him. Probably still in here somewhere. Whatever. Salem clearly is not concerned. So, maybe not. I don't know, it might pop out after dark. I'm gonna keep Salem in my room tonight when I go to bed. He should react to it, or I don't know, I'll figure it out. Whatever. Anyway, I'm having dinner. Patrick made fake Arby's is what he calls it. It's roast beef sandwiches and the Arby's curly fries you get in the freezer. Arby's is a fast food chain that's more common in the southern United States. Patrick and I grew up with it, and they're known for their roast beef and cheddar sandwiches. And they don't have it in New England, except there's like 2 locations near Boston. But other than that, they're not really around here. And I think that's mostly to do with how the roast beef is prepared. In New England, roast beef, like the deli slices that you have on sandwiches, tend to be undercooked. Like, they're still pink and red in the middle. Which I don't like. Like, I like my steak pink and red in the middle, but not my lunch meat. Down south, roast beef is always completely cooked through. So, the concept of undercooked roast beef does not really appeal to me. It's not what I grew up with. And Arby's has, like, the best roast beef I've ever had in my life, and they have this amazing sauce, which we can't duplicate. We've tried. We actually found a recipe one year and tried to make it, and it didn't work, so it's just barbecue sauce. But, hopefully if there's an Indiana trip this summer, we'll be able to make a stop at an Arby's and a couple other chains that we grew up with that do not exist in New England, because I miss them.
Okay, it's Monday night, and it's like after 11. No luck on the mouse. There's been a couple of sightings, but it's always gotten away. And I'm getting tired. I'm gonna need to sleep. Not thrilled about sleeping with it still in here, but whatever. So I did some Googling, and I found a design for a mouse trap that doesn't require you watching it. You take a large plastic bottle and you invert the top, and you put some treats in there, put some oyster crackers, and I have a couple of them bouncing on a little piece of napkin, so I'm going to build a ramp so he'll get up there, put some more food to entice him, and then he'll stand on there and fall in and he won't be able to get out. And then I just need to stabilize it so it doesn't tip over. So hopefully that will work. Got him. Whew. It's 4:30 in the morning. Long story short, around 1 o'clock I went to bed with Sam in the room, napping on and off. He got the mouse once and it got away again and went behind my bookshelf, and he just woke me up a few minutes ago meowing at me. He had him in his mouth, got him in the bucket. I'm going to get rid of him outside, clean up my room, and then pass out. Ugh. So it's Tuesday. It's a little after 3:30. I've been up since around noon. So yeah, the mouse situation is dealt with. I released it outside. I actually went down to the end of the driveway and crossed the street and released it, so it shouldn't come back in. That was a lot. Anyway, today I'm just going to be working on video stuff. I uploaded the vlog, but it never went live, so I'm making the thumbnail and doing that, and I fell behind on the montage a little bit. So I'm going to work on that a little bit. Not much else. I don't really think I'm going to work on my art cart this week, like reorganize stuff until after this weekend, because I'm going to get more buckets and do a second row for like colored pencils and Copics when I start getting more. So I think I'm going to save the art cart reorganization until after I get the other buckets, because I don't know what will be in them, obviously. So yeah, I think the rest of this week I'm probably just going to continue working on montage work, because I fell behind a little bit, and then finishing up my rewatch of Game of Thrones, because the new season starts on Sunday. So I need to do that. Alright, I got some montage work done. I'm still like halfway through February, but at the rate I'm going, if I can make myself continue at the same rate, I should be done in time, and, you know, still have like a week or two at the end of September to like put the clips together that I found and find music and stuff. But it's so tedious, especially because my computer is so like old, which is another reason that I'm glad that I'm taking a break from doing art videos, because editing anything takes forever. Anything more complicated than just putting clips in a row, like when I do my vlogs, I'm sure you've noticed that the editing's not like amazing. I literally just trim off the beginning of the clip where I turn the camera around, and then stick everything in line and throw in the inslate and call it good. Like, I don't even like, except for a couple of clips of cat footage, I don't really go into the clips and cut things out, because it just takes way too long to do. Because every time I open Camtasia, which is what I use to edit, my computer's CPU usage goes through the roof, and it slows down. And if I were to use any other editing program, it'd be the same thing. Like, it just doesn't work. And most other editing programs are even more, like, difficult to use or clock out my computer even more, so yeah. So these montage clips require me to go through the video and cut out stuff, and it takes forever to do even a few clips, even if I know where they are, because I'm using the Excel sheet where I actually wrote down like all the important things that happened in that video. So it's not like I'm watching the whole vlog to find stuff. I already know exactly what I'm looking for in that vlog, because I looked at the list and I'm like, okay, I want something of this and something of this. I'll find those two clips and go on to the next one, kind of thing. Oh, and it takes so long. So I really can't bring myself to work on it for long stretches of time, because it's just so annoying and tedious. Oh, I need a new computer so badly. Oh well, I'm making do. But yeah. Anyway, now that I've done that, I was talking to Patrick about playing Breath of the Wild on his Switch when he's at work tomorrow, but now that the idea's in my head, I kind of want to do it now, so I might do a little bit tonight and then some tomorrow. So I'm going to ask him, and I might be doing that. So it's Thursday. I didn't vlog yesterday because it wasn't really anything worth vlogging about. I worked on the montage yesterday. I finished up February, and I did a little bit of chores, and then I spent the rest of the day on Breath of the Wild. I was on that till 2 in the morning. And I got a lot done, but I got kind of lost. It's a very open world game, so I got a little sidetracked and I don't really know where I'm going next. Patrick's playing a game right now on the TV, and he said I could use the Switch and play it in here on the little screen, but I kind of like the big screen better, so I'm just going to wait until he's done and I can use the TV. I think I'm going to do some research online and figure out a path for me to follow in the game so that I kind of know what the next obstacles I'm going to do are going to be, because I don't really know where I'm going in the game. And then I'll probably get some more work on the montage done and a couple other things until he lets me on the TV, which might not be till tomorrow or whatever, but it's fine. So yeah. So it's Saturday, and yeah, I didn't really vlog yesterday. Yesterday was another video game day. I played a lot of Breath of the Wild, and then I watched Game of Thrones. Funny story about that, I had only intended to watch maybe 1 or 2 episodes of that. But I forgot how intense the second half of season 6 is. Like from episode 5 onward to the end, the whole season is like insane, and I got caught up in it. So I watched 5 episodes, which for me is a lot in one sitting. For some people it's not, but I usually can't handle that much TV in once, but I couldn't stop. So I'm all caught up on that now, and I have to wait for the new episode, which is tomorrow night. Although I'm probably not going to get to watch it till Monday. I don't really know yet. But anyway, so that happened. Today I ran a quick errand with Dad. I went to Walmart and I got more buckets and some more command hooks so that I can continue with that. The only downside is they didn't have any of these colors. They had one pink bucket left. They had none of these. So I went with these. All the other ones were striped. I wanted something solid. So it's not going to match. So I might have to play around with these and try to get something that looks cohesive, at least a little bit. I mean, it's not that important, but I'd still like it to be somewhat thought out. I don't know. And I also got some cheap acrylic black paint and some sponges, because later, sometime next week, like early next week before I go to Lowell, I'm going to paint this frame around my corkboard black so that it'll match all my frames. So that's what I'm going to do next week, and then I'm going to Lowell sometime next week. I think Thursday night. Dad and I still have to figure out when I'm going, because there's a drag show next week. It's the Disney show, and it's the biggest show of the year that they have. They always need help. Like last year's Disney show, I think I spent the whole night just running water back to the Queens because it was really hot. So yeah, I should be there to help. And I think we're also going to see Valerian next weekend. At least I hope so, because that movie looks amazing and I want to see it. But anyway, Patrick's playing a game right now. There's this Splatoon event going on, so he's doing that. And I'm going to make dinner in about an hour. And then I'm going to mess with those buckets. So I guess I'll just check in later this evening once I get the whole bucket thing figured out. Okay, so I finished. I rearranged the order of the buckets so that I have a little bit of symmetry going. I have these reversed because I thought overall it would look nice. But yeah, so I may decide to move some around, but I think this is a pretty good setup. I'm not going to add another row of buckets because if I were to add one more I can't reach it. So from my chair, let me scoot up, from my chair where it will be, I can reach up to here comfortably. So getting into the back of these might be a little difficult, but that's why they're on hooks. I can just do that, dig out what I want when I'm using it, and put it back on the hook. And I have this folding table, so when this is tilted, it's flat now because I was putting everything out here and sorting it. But when it's tilted, I use this to put I'm going to use this to put supplies on that might roll away right here. So it works. This is what's in it now, and I'm pretty sure it'll stay that way. It might change later, but for now, on the top row, I have my color pencils, my Prismacolor Premiers, and the swatch sheet that I found online for all 150 colors is in 3 columns, so I separate them by that. So this column's in the first one, and so forth, and I'm only missing 30 colors. So I might actually continue to hunt those down so I can have the full set, because I bought a 120 color set like 11 years ago, and they've expanded their set since then, because at the time I bought the pencils, they only made 120 colors. but now they make 150, so I might just fill in the blanks, but that works, and I still have room for more because they're just pencils. And then I dug out my Sharpies. I have a lot of duplicate colors, but I have one of each color in this one, and then I have all the fine liners and the metallics, and these are cutting utensils and measuring things. I have a pair of scissors and my X-Acto knife and a bunch of smaller rulers. I have some bigger rulers that won't fit there, so I'll find a good spot for them later. I'll pick a drawer. My Copics, all my colored ones, and my grays. When I start to expand my Copic collection, I might move the Sharpies and the cutting utensils somewhere else, but I don't see myself having the money to do that for a while, so I'm not going to worry about it. And then gel pens, inking tools, sketching, brushes, and it works. This works for me, so I can start making use of all my tools now a lot easier. So, yay! All done. So I think that does it. I don't really see myself doing much else with this vlog. Patrick's event, Splatoon event, is going to be done in 20 minutes, so I might actually ask him if I can use the Switch and get a little more Zelda time in, because I haven't played it today. But I don't really see myself vlogging anything else today, so I think I'll end it now. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.